Hello and welcome to the PLA new update for Squad 10.3. It includes various new additions and assets for the PLA faction, as well as other cool things being added. Let's just jump into it and look at the new vehicles that's been added. So we have the Lynx 8x8. It is a fast, unarmoured, amphibious light tactical vehicle intended for transport and rapid deployment. It comes in 4 variants. However, there's only 3 variants here, but ignore this. So we should have one Logi variant, a transport variant, we have a grenade launcher variant, and a heavy machine gun. It is available to the PLA Air Assault, Light Infantry and Support, PLA Ground Forces, Amphibious Assault and Support, and the Marine Corps get it in their Amphibious Assault. It seems like quite a nice car, you know. It's given Kia Bacanto. I think it's got like weird wheels where you can sort of turn on a dime. We can't demonstrate the amphibious ability since we are in the desert, but it's going to be interesting to see how these are used in the battlefield. Yeah, seems heavy, slidey to drive. And just to note about all the transport and the armoured variants have the, well, armed variants have 600 ammo. Oh, and you can change your rolls on them. So that's going to be excellent for the infantry. I'm going to turn this engine off because it's pretty loud. Okay, the engine doesn't want to turn off. The ZSL-92 APC. ZSL-92 APC comes with a machine gun, heavy machine gun, and a machine grenade launcher, the new one, which we'll get into in more depth because it's quite cool. These are interior modelled vehicles, and it's similar to the BTR as in the... Actually, I'm not too sure if it's the same for the APC, but I know definitely for the IFE is that the crew are sort of surrounded by a force field, so they can't be penetrated out. So lots of seats, quite a very cool interior. Got a table for playing Uno. Some things to shoot outside, obviously not functional. Hatch first aid kit because safety is key. Amphibious as well, beautiful. It's kind of given BTR. I think the armor's slightly better than the BTR, but it's got a similar weapon system. Obviously you can't have open top BTRs, but this one's quite similar to the BTR-82. So it has a 30mm autocannon, 7.62 machine gun. Again, interior model, nice. Crew protected invisible force field so they can't be penetrated out. Just to make it balanced against rigs that don't have an interior. This is the commander seat. Don't see you being able to do much commanding from here. But we'll take it out to the test range. The visibility is pretty terrible. It's very cool to have interior modelled Vics like IFEs. It makes it way more fun for drivers. Feels very immersive. So let's have a look, see what this gunner seat looks like. Very basic gunner seat. So we get 25mm armor piercing to scalding sabot, 25mm fragmentation tracer, and the Type 86 coaxial machine gun with 4 mags. I'm just gonna see if I can find out what the capacity is by going onto squad armor and searching this up. So since I'm super cool, I'll put it on the screen so you can see this. But it appears this thing only gets 200 rounds, which is crazy. See, this is like a beautiful sight. Not. It's got a stadiumetric sight on it. Don't know what the 2.3 meters is for. I was not expecting this. I was expecting it to be like the ZBL gun, like rapid fire, but it seems quite similar to the Bushmaster. I'd imagine it gets very similar data set to it, as in penetration stuff. So it gets 80 AP rounds and 120 fragmentation rounds, and each drum of coax is 250. Another vehicle available now is the ZSD-89. It is a amphibious tracked personnel carrier for mechanised infantry support. It's available on PLA armoured and pretty much every single PLA ground forces faction, including amphibious assault, armoured, combined arms, mechanised. So let's have a look at this thing. So it does not have an interior. It gets 1,250 health, which is very average. Seems quite quick. Seems very quick. So what I'm seeing here is an ammo rack thing in the bottom left, which is weird because they shouldn't have an ammo rack. But very quick. Not sure why it's got an ammo rack. I can't see one inside, but good brakes. Let's go. I don't know if I'm getting confused or something, but is this not supposed to be a 30mm? So I'm looking at the patch notes. Oh wait, yeah, there it is. Wait, what? See the new helicopter. Yeah, about it. And this is the Z9A utility helicopter. It's got a 900 supply capacity. Nice interior. It's heading in the back. Unarmed, but it looks like it can carry a large quantity of troops, even though it looks quite small. I haven't flown since I've rebinded everything, so it seems quite fast, quite nimble. This helicopter is available to the PLA Air Assault and Combined Arms, the PLA Ground Forces, Amphibious Assault and Support faction. It's aerodynamic. I'm reading from OWI here. Its sleek aerodynamic design allows for the swift insertion of infantry squads and FOB radios into contested zones and landing zones. How interesting. And you can see it's able to just bounce off the floor. It's amazing Chinese engineering here. So we're just going to bring it down and bring it down here and have a look at the new weapons they've added. On a nice stabilized approach here. What a legend. Very cool looking helicopter. Anyways. Right, so let's have a look at the new weapons. So the PLA have access to the new weapons. The PLA ground forces will still use the old weapons, and the PLA Marine Corps will have access to the new weapons as well, which is the QBZ 191. So this is a QBZ 191. And it's like, looks like it's like sort of an amalgamation of Kalashnikov and M4. You've got a curved mag, but then the front sort of looks very American-y. Let's go shoot some bad people. You can see the magazine thing in the bottom right corner. Quite cool. Very cool. So this is the 191. Another weapon available is the 192 carbine. Let's see if I can find that. It looks like the squad leader has that. So this has a grip pod and a suppressor. And it has a nice optic. Now that looks like a crispy optic. Now that is nice. Very nice. We have the QBU 191, which is the DMR, which is, I'd imagine, somewhere. QBU 191. This is a very big magazine. We should probably take this to a bigger range. Standard zoom, you can zero it. It's very quiet. Very nice. Here we have the QCW 05 submachine gun. I'm guessing the crewman will get this. Maybe not. The pilot gets it. Looks like, kinda looks like a P90. Sounds cool. Very cool. Let's pop back over to the longer range. We have the QGB 201 light machine gun. There it is. Very cool. iPod. Yes, let's go. I like these sights. And this is what we've all been waiting for, is the grenadier thing. Where is it? Oh, so the grenadier is separate. So the grenadier also gets a rifle as well. So the LZ87 AGL has is high explosive dual purpose, meaning that it's good for killing infantry, but it's also got a bit penetration power to deal with armored vehicles. So it's not as good as it sounds. So according to squad armor, it just does standard grenade damage, which is, so let's say this this MTLB. So apparently each grenade will only do about 20 damage. So the magazine has 15 grenades in it, and it is semi-automatic. See, that didn't feel like 15 rounds. So I think that's 6 rounds, and then the vehicles get 15. So if you look at this vehicle, so that only did 100 damage. So you're going to need to rearm at least 2 or 3 times to actually kill that. So maybe not for Vix like that. Just get a good amount of ammo. These sights are very nice, actually. Sighted up to 500. I'm not sure what the left. I'm not sure what these curves is. I wonder if it's some sort of steadiometric sight that they haven't put in properly. But okay, nice. Oh, it's automatic as well. Let's go. So let's have a look what the maximum elevation on this Vic is. So it can go pretty high. I wonder if it's possible to high arch this one. Get some indirect fire going. So another cool part of this update is the Amphibious Warfare expansion. This adds the Type 71 Amphibious Transport Dock. This means that the PLA can now finally launch an invasion attack from the water. This part of the update brings new invasion layers on Sanction Islands, Scorpo and Goose Bay, where the PLA will be able to launch their attack from the 71. We're also going to see the faction restrictions update, which updated faction restrictions on all gameplay layers, so any faction can fight against any other faction, and there are way less biome restrictions across the map. So this means it could be possible to have the Ukrainian faction in Fallujah and the Turkish land forces on Narva. This means it's also possible to have friendly factions be able to fight against each other, such as the VDV against the RGF or the USMC against the USA. However, server owners can configure an option to disable allegiance restrictions. There's also fireteam updates, various bug fixes, upcoming missions, emotes were updated, and there's various system and gameplay updates. So have a check through the patch notes to find out more. And thank you for watching.